Welcome to 45 Minutes of Yoga. I'm Karen. I am ready to do this yoga flow with you with some nice slow movements from one to the next. We're going to stretch our hips. We're going to stretch our shoulders. Hips are a big focus today. So I want you to try to put everything to the side and bring yourself into the present moment before you get started today. You'll have a much better practice. It is practice. It's not called Yoga Perfect for a reason. So everybody's going to look different in each one of these poses. And we all have something that we have to take care of, especially. Maybe it's your back, maybe it's your hips, maybe it's a foot, maybe it's a shoulder. So I really want you to know what you need to baby, modify those poses when you need to, pause the video and take a break when you need to, okay? This is a Zoom class that I videoed, so when I'm facing the camera and I say left or right, you'll either have to do what you see me doing or what you hear me saying. But either way, you're even in the end. I hope you enjoy this yoga flow. Here we go. All right, welcome to yoga. So glad that you guys are here. I am going to use a mat and a yoga strap today, so make sure that you've got something to use as a yoga strap. I'm using a karate belt, but a piece of rope or even a necktie works. So, all right, we are going to go ahead and start lying down today. So I want you to go ahead and lie down on your back. And you're going to go ahead and just bring those arms straight out to the side. And we're going to allow those knees to just flop in. And just close your eyes for these first several breaths. I want you to start breathing in and out through your nose. Kind of try to shift gears from wherever you came from. Whatever you were doing before class, whatever's going to happen after class, I want you to try to put that to the side. Especially for these first several breaths. So think about your belly expanding as you inhale and deflating as you exhale. And if you can breathe in and out through your nose, go ahead and do that. Anytime you need to exhale through your mouth, of course, go ahead and do that, and just gift yourself these several minutes to rejuvenate, to stretch, to relax, just to get yourself ready for your afternoon. So let's take one more deep cleansing breath here. And then as you're breathing, I want you to go ahead and open your eyes. And you're going to keep your feet farther apart than your hips. And let's start to windshield wiper those knees. You're going to take them over to one side, look in the opposite direction. And as you exhale, slowly bring it to the other side. And take a deep breath in and out. So just make sure you're looking in the opposite direction of those knees. You're taking a full breath in and out before you switch sides. Rib cage and diaphragm expanding as you inhale and deflating as you exhale. Let's go one more time in each direction. Good. Now let's go ahead and walk those heels towards your fingertips. Let's lift those hips up into your bridge and take a breath or two, waking up that spine. And exhale, slowly peel that spine down one vertebra at a time. And I want you to go ahead and roll to your right side. So your bottom arm is your pillow, and you're going to take your left foot in your hand and gently press that left knee towards the mat, towards the other knee. Your left heel pulls just that little bit closer to your backside as you feeling that nice stretch down your left quadricep. Good. On your exhale, let's release. Let's go ahead and roll into your stomach. Let's come into our Sphinx. So that's just on your forearms. The top of your head is pulling to the ceiling. Chest is pulling gently towards that wall as you breathe. And on an exhale, you're going to roll to your left side. I'm just going to turn around so I continue to face you guys. So you're laying on your left side. Your left arm is your pillow. And you're going to pull your right heel to your back side and just press that knee down. Feeling that nice right quadricep stretch. Kind of pushing the right hip bone forward and the right heel towards your backside. Good. Exhale. Let's go ahead and release and roll to your stomach. And you can either come to Sphinx like we did the first time, or if you'd prefer, you can come to Up Dog. Those hands are underneath your shoulders. You want to lift that head up, open the chest, and then let's shift back into Child's Pose. So knees apart, big toes together. You're going to sit back towards your heels and rest your forehead. So I want you to think about the middle of your chest surrendering towards the mat as your torso is lifting with your inhale and lowering with your exhale. And remember that you're going to take things at your pace today, and anytime you need a rest, this is actually a good position to come to. Let's tuck our toes under and come to Down Dog. Let's relax those feet, let the head hang heavy. And let's start to bend one knee and then the other, gently loosening up those lower legs. Good. Then on an exhale, we're going to go ahead and walk those feet towards our hands. Let's bring those feet about the width of the mat apart. Hold on to our elbows and just gently rock our whole body towards one leg and then the other. And you just straighten those legs to the best of your ability. Nice long hamstrings. Let's come on over to that right side, nose towards your right knee as your hands are on that right leg. And then that right arm reaches to the sky. Let's look up. Let's roll this right shoulder open as you breathe. And exhale, let's make our way over to the left. Nose towards that left knee. Take a nice couple deep breaths in and out. And then that left arm reaches to the sky. Roll that left shoulder open. Good. Let's go ahead and walk those feet close together. Let's engage your middle, glance up, and let's reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend, reach up and back. And let's bring that right arm down, keeping our feet close together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, your right fingertips walk down. And your right hand grabs the wrist. Just gently pull. Rest your head. Let's press that left foot into the mat. And inhale. Exhale a little bit deeper in half moon. Good. Now let's come to the front of the mat. Standing back bend. And let's lower the arms down to shoulder height and bring our right leg behind us. So find a focal point that you're going to stare at and lift the right toes just as far as you want off the mat. Working on your balance. On your exhale, let's bring our fingertips down towards the mat. Let's bring that chin in your chest. And let's walk our hands a little closer to the left foot and reach our right toes up to the ceiling. Now your nose comes towards your left knee, and the left hand, if you want, holds the ankle. But you could always keep the left hand down if you need to. So that left knee straightens best you can, and right toes reach. Then on an exhale, I want you to gently lunge on your right toes. And let's float that chest up and lean back in our crescent lunge. Now you really want to tuck the pelvis under, get that good right hip flexor stretch. And look past your fingertips, swing through. Let's bring it up, take a deep breath in and out. Good, exhale, we're gonna bring those hands down, and we're gonna bring that right knee down. Let's go ahead and walk that left foot towards the left side of the mat and just sink those hips forward. Take your right quadricep and see if it'll sink a little closer to the mat as you try to relax those hips. We've got lots of good stretching for the hips later. Let's bring that left arm up. So you're gonna twist and look up to the ceiling. And exhale, we're gonna bring the hand down and bring that left knee to the mat. Give yourself a nice cat-cow stretch. Lancing up to the ceiling. And good, let's come back to our plank, or to our plank. I don't think we were there yet. Abs are strong, knees are on or off the mat, you decide. Let your chest lead as you come down. Nice up dog, open chest, lifting that head up. And you could do a push-up or just come to down dog. Totally up to you. So each time between up dog and down dog, you'll have the option of doing that push-up. Take it or leave it, completely up to you. Now in down dog, let's try to shift some of the weight out of the heel of the hand a little bit more towards your knuckles. Allow that head and chest to sink down as you breathe. Exhale, let's go ahead and walk those feet close to your hands. Let's glance up, lift the tailbone, reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, and now your left arm's gonna come down. Feet together, reach up and let's lean to our left. Let's bring that left hand to your wrist, gently pull and just rest your head in half moon on this side. Deep breath in. Exhale a little bit deeper. Try to push your right foot down into the mat. Good. Come to the front of your mat. Standing back bend. And let's lower those arms down to shoulder height with our left leg behind us. Find your focal point, engage your middle. Reach those left toes up just to your own ability. Slowly, let's bring those fingertips down to the mat. Let's bring that chin in your chest. And walk those hands a little closer to your right foot, left toes reach. Right hand could hold the ankle, completely up to you. The nose is coming towards that right knee and your right leg is as straight as you feel comfortable. Exhale, let's gently bend the right knee and lunge on your left toes. Let's float that chest up, tuck your pelvis under, and lean it back for crescent lunge on this side. Look past the fingertips, swing through, and inhale up. Let's take your left foot a little farther back if you want to and really lean back. Good, let's bring those hands down. Left knee to the mat and your right foot walks a little bit to the right. Hands on the inside of the foot, start to pull those hips forward. Like I said, we have some good stretches for the hips as we go through class. For now, just let them pull forward and breathe. Let's take that right arm up, look up to the sky and twist. Good, let's bring the hand down. Let's bring that right knee down. Now let's do another cat-cow stretch. glancing to the ceiling. Good, let's come to our plank. Engage your abdominals and hug the sides with your elbows, making sure that your chest leads, and put the knees down when you need to. Up dog, push up if you want, and down dog. Now take this opportunity to connect with your breath. If your mind was wandering, let's bring your attention back to the sensations in your muscles as well as your breath. On your exhale, let's walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Keep our feet together, cross our forearms, and straighten the legs the best that you can. You're holding your opposite calf, lengthening those hamstrings. Each exhale, imagine flowing down the back of those legs. Now let's release. Let's glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, let's open it up in a mountain. And let's find our focal point. We're going to go ahead and come to tree pose on the right side. So you're going to have weight on your right leg, your right foot. Rest that left heel against the ankle. Find your focal point. Engage your center. And when and if you're ready, you can raise that left foot a little bit. Please don't feel like you have to bring it up high. Your balance can be different each day. Let's bring our branches up. And each tree looks a little different. We can have our hands apart or together. We're not going to shrug our shoulders, but we are going to lift the rib cage away from the hip bones. A nice calm face and open left knee. Coming back to hands to the heart. Let's go ahead and extend that left leg again. Abs engaged in warrior three. Reach as long as you can. On your exhale, let's bend the right knee, lunge on the left toes. Hands down, you can scoot that left leg back and walk your right foot to the right. Let's come into prayer twist. If you need to modify and rest the knee, obviously do that. Left elbow to the outside of the thigh, palms pressed together, right elbow points up if possible. Now see if you can scoot your left foot a little farther away. Deep breaths in and out. Strength and flexibility and balance, all with your deep breath. And exhale, bring one hand down and then the other. With the left knee to the mat and the hands on the inside of the foot again as you walk that right foot to the right. Now this time, let's see if we're a little warmer. Let's bend those elbows and see if we can sink those forearms down to the mat. Chin in your chest. I want you to take some deep breaths in and out of your hips. Try your best to keep your weight evenly distributed. So you're not leaning to the left or to the right. Trying to keep it there in the middle. Allow that rib cage and diaphragm to expand and contract, and try to release some tightness on your exhale. Bring the hands back to the mat, and let's bring that right knee to the mat. So your right wrist is directly under the shoulder and your right leg extends. Abs are engaged, left arm reaches, spinal balance. Now your right foot comes in the air. That left hand reaches around to grab it. And you're going to take that right leg up towards the sky. You're going to push the top of the foot away. Anytime this gets to be too much, feel free to just extend the arm and the leg. So inhale, let's really lift. Exhale, let's extend and reach. And then hand and knee down. Hips to the right, and your right hand comes on top of the left. Good. Let's unwind and give yourself another cat-cow stretch. Glancing up to the ceiling. And let's come back to your plank. Abs lifted up, knees up or down, you decide. Hug the sides, come on down. Nice up dog. Open that chest, lift the top of the head, and choose to do a push-up or not, and then come to down dog. Yoga is a very personal practice. It's going to be a little bit different for each person. And sometimes day to day, you're going to feel like doing that push-up. You're going to feel like sinking deeper into the stretches, and some days you're not. Listen to your body. On your exhale, let's roll to your right side plank. So your right wrist is directly under the shoulder. Your right knee could be down to modify, or you straighten both legs, completely up to you. That left arm is nice and heavy behind you. Lift this left hip up. Deep breaths. Let's very slowly come back to plank. Hug the sides as we come down. Up dog. Push up if you want to, and down dog. Exhale, top of the head sinks down, tailbone lifts up as you breathe. And let's walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Let's glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. And let's open it up into mountain. And go ahead and find that focal point, because we're going to come to tree pose on the left side. So your weight's more in the left foot. Right heel rests on the ankle. Find that focal point. Where are your eyes going to stay? And as you're breathing, you can bring that foot up if you choose. Just make sure that you found that focal point. Eyes are not going to dart around. Really does help with balance. Here we go for the branches up. Hands together or apart, you decide, but without shrugging your shoulders, I want you to go ahead and lift the rib cage away from the hip bone. Think about lengthening your torso. Good. On your exhale, let's bring those hands back to the heart. And now let's go ahead and extend your right leg behind you. Abs engaged. You decide how low you take that chest and how high you take the foot. Very gently lunge on your toes. Hands are going to come down. You're going to walk your left foot to the left for a prayer twist. Feel free to rest the knee if you need to modify. So right elbow on the outside of that thigh. Palms pressed together with the left elbow pointing up. Deep breaths. Still allowing that rib cage and diaphragm to expand and contract with each breath. On an exhale, let's slowly untwist. Bringing that right knee to the mat. And your hands on the inside of your left foot. Left foot walks a little farther left. Let's take that right quadricep. Really sink that quadricep down. Feel free to sink down deeper by bending those elbows. It's completely up to you. Chin in your chest. Deep breaths in and out of those hips. Try to exhale completely to help you let go of some of that tightness. End of that exhale. As you're ready, go ahead and come back to your palms. And let's put that left knee on the mat. And your left wrist is directly under the shoulder. Left leg extends behind you. Engage that center and right arm reaches. With left foot in the air, your right hand can reach around to grab it. And we can take the foot up to the ceiling and push the top of the foot away. If this is too much, feel free to stay extended. If you can, lift that foot up and breathe. And then let's extend nice and long. And hand and knee down. Let's sit our hips to the left and bring our left hand on top of the right. Good, let's untwist. And let's go ahead and come back to your plank, that upper push-up position. You're gonna hug your sides as you come on down. Up dog, opening that chest, push up or not, and then down dog. Let's pedal those feet a little bit, releasing some of the tightness in those calves. Good, and on an exhale, let's go ahead and roll to left side plank. That left knee can be on the mat. As a modification, you could straighten both legs. Decide what's right for you today. See if you can roll this right shoulder open, roll the hip open, and breathe. Very slowly, let's come back to plank. Engage the middle and hug the sides, come on down. Up dog, push up or not, and down dog. Exhale at the top of the head, sink towards the mat, and see if you can roll some of the weight out of the heel of the hand more towards your knuckles. As you exhale, right toes reach to the ceiling. Let's walk the hands back and let's let that right leg hang to the left, opening up that right hip. So you've got a little bit more weight in your left hand, enjoying that stretch all the way down the right side of the rib cage. And then let's slide that right knee between our hands for pigeon. So we're going to take our left toes, walk, tuck them under, walk that leg back. If you want to, your right foot can walk towards your left hand. Take a deep breath in and out. Make sure you're not going to roll to the right. Belly button facing down with your body walking towards the middle of the mat. Let's rest your forehead. Take a deep breath into the tightness around your right hip joint. Exhale, let it go. On that exhale, I want you to go ahead and turn your head to the right if you want to, resting on the left side of the face, and your right hand slides to the low back. Deep breath into the tightness that you feel all around the outside of that right hip joint. Take this opportunity to let it go while you have the chance. And let's slowly untwist. Let's glance forward, take our left fingertips a little farther away to help my left hip bone come towards the mat. Forehead down and breathe. Let's go ahead and walk ourselves back. Open that chest and slide your right knee back. Let's come up onto your knees and go ahead and clasp your fingertips. Gently pull your shoulder blades down, chin in your chest, lift the hands just a little bit. If you want to, you can lift the hands and fold forward, but you don't have to do this part. On your exhale, let's release those fingers, rest your arms at your sides, and allow those shoulders just to flop. Good, let's come up onto your hands and knees for one more cat-cow stretch. Glancing up to the ceiling. And let's come to our last plank of today. Lift those abs up and hug the sides, come on down. Nice up dog. Push up if you so choose, and down dog. Roll some of the weight out of the heel of the hand a little bit more towards your knuckles. Lift those hips, relax the quadriceps, so the front of the thighs, to allow those hamstrings to get a better stretch. Left toes reach for the ceiling. Walk the hands back a little bit. Nose towards your right knee, and we're going to let this left leg hang over to the right. So a little bit more weight in your right hand. Feel that stretch down the left side of the rib cage. Deep breaths in and out. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, that left knee is going to slide between your hands for pigeon. Let's tuck the right toes under, walk that leg back. Really open your chest, and your left foot can walk closer to the right hand, as long as you're not going to roll left. Find the middle of the mat, and let's go ahead and walk out. Rest your forehead somewhere. Deep breath into the tightness around that left hip joint. Exhale, let it dissolve. Let's glance to the left, resting on the right side of the face. And let's take the back of that left hand to your low back. Really let those shoulders relax. Enjoy that lengthening around the left hip joint. One more deep breath in and out. Slowly untwisting. Glance forward so your right fingertips can walk a little bit farther away, and then forehead down and breathe. Walking those hands back. Opening up that chest, and let's slide that left knee back. Let's come down to those forearms and tuck our toes under and lift up into dolphin. If this is too much for you, just come into down dogs on your palms. Your feet should be hip width apart, and you can walk the toes a little closer to the elbows if you want to. Then use the leverage of those forearms on the mat to press yourself back and breathe. Gently come into those knees. Knees apart, big toes together. Glance up to your right. Rotate the wrist. Right hand palm up comes underneath the left. Let's rest on the right side of the face and walk those left fingertips a little farther away from you. Back of the left hand to your low back, and let your shoulders just relax. Really let all that tightness around that right shoulder joint, as well as your neck, try to release it. Let's untwist slowly. And let's come to the other side. Look up to your left and rotate the wrist. And then left hand palm up underneath, resting on the left side of the face. Right fingertips walk away from you. With that right hand coming to the low back and shoulders just release. Allow that left ear and cheek to sink towards the mat. Slowly untwist. And have a seat at the front of your mat, and let's have that yoga strap next to you so that you can grab it in just a minute. Let's come into our boat pose. We're just going to do it once today and roll to our back afterwards. So reach those arms up. You don't want to round the back. Let's keep that chest open. One leg or both legs are up, and breathe. Rocking back as you're ready. Let's place our hands on our knees and draw some circles. Massage your low back. Take the knees a little farther away from you in that circle. Good, to get to the small of the back, and then reverse the direction. Good, left leg goes flat, and right knee, you're gonna hug it in and circle that foot a little bit. Let's go ahead and put the right foot in the yoga strap. And let's move the strap towards the right heel, relaxed foot. So my right knee is going to be straight as I pull the leg in. And I'm going to stop before I would have to bend that knee. Each exhale, gently pulling it in just that little bit more. Let's back away, move the strap towards the ball of your foot. Get a nice flex, pulling that leg in. See if you can roll that foot out or in, deepening your right calf stretch. Release and hold the strap with your right hand, taking it out to the right. Now we're going to look over our left arm like a bird's wing, keep our left hip rolled down, and just relax this right leg into the strap. Gentle pull. Use your exhale to deepen the stretch if you want. And then let's take that strap across the body. Hold on to the strap with your left hand. And let's look to our right. And just let that right leg hang in the strap nice and heavy. Gentle pull as you breathe. On your exhale, see if you want to pull just that little bit more. Good, let's bring that right leg up and place both feet in the yoga strap. Gently pulling the legs towards you and lifting those hips up if that feels okay for you. Slowly bringing it down. And the right leg comes to the mat. Move the strap towards your left heel. Nice relaxed left foot. Let's pull the left leg towards you and push the left knee farther away from you. Deep breaths. Use your exhale to deepen that stretch. Backing away, and the strap comes closer to the ball of the foot. Let's flex that foot, pull the leg towards you. Feel free to roll that foot out or in, it's up to you. Let's release and take that left leg out to the left. Glance to your right over this right arm. Right hip stays rolled to the mat, and that left leg just relaxes in the strap. No tension. Gentle pull. Handing that strap to your right hand. Taking it across the body as we look left. And gently pull, stretching straight down your left IT band. Deep breaths. Good, let's release. Place that strap down and hug your left knee into your chest and circle that foot. And then let's lengthen the body from fingertips to toes. See how long you can make yourself. And then on your exhale, slide those arms down towards your sides. Palms up if possible. If it feels better for you, palms down, that's fine. Eyes are closed. The arms can be a little bit farther away from your body. They can be close. I really want you to find a position that's comfortable for you, so you can take full advantage of these last few minutes to release any tension and prepare yourself to have a great rest of your day. Let's pull all that breath to the very top of the head. And as you exhale, allow the breath to flow across your forehead, stream across your temples, and flow across the back of the head, across your eyes, and your nose and cheekbones. Notice that breath just flow across the back of your jaw and straight down the sides and back of the neck. As the breath rolls across the top of the shoulders, allow those shoulders to relax to the mat and feel that opening of the chest and the release across your upper back. Letting the breath flow down your arms, rounding your elbows, straight down your forearms to your wrists, palms, and the top of your hand. Breath is between those fingers and all the way to your fingertips as you take a deep breath in. Exhale, moving the fingers gently and letting stress and tension escape through those fingertips. The exhale flowing across your rib cage, one rib at a time. Rolling from your mid-back down to the small of your back. Across your waist and your abdominals as you breathe in. Exhale, let your hips and glutes just release. Relaxing across your quadriceps and your hamstrings. Knees, shins, and calves. Ankles, and then feel the breath rounding your heels, flowing up the arch of your foot, rolling across the top of the foot, between your toes and all the way to your toe tips. Exhale, just move the toes very gently. Anything negative escape through your toe tips. Feeling a nice peace and a calm. Noticing that fresh perspective on the rest of your day. You're ready to take it on. So let's be very nice to ourselves coming out of this position slowly. Bending those knees one at a time and placing those feet on the mat. And going ahead and rolling to one side when you're ready. Your bottom arm is your pillow. And then just gently pressing yourself up to a nice sitting position. Taking a deep breath in, reaching our arms up. Exhale, bringing those hands to the heart. Surrender everything in that head to your heart. Have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you for coming. Namaste.